New guidance from the United Kingdom is encouraging patients to keep screen time to an hour a day for kids under the age of 5. It also says kids under 2 shouldn't watch screens alone, ever, period. Okay. Our medical expert, Dr. Payal Kohli, is with us now. So first of all, this is a personal thing for a lot of people, and they get wound up about it. Parents, don't tell us how to parent. What is the problem with screen time itself?
So ladies, 98% of American kids by the age of 2 are on a screen every single day.
Yeah.
And the way that we evolved and our brains evolved was not to be sitting on screens every single day. So screen limits are really important because what we're seeing in our young American children is delayed language development, because between the age of 0 and 5, your brain's language development is on overdrive. It's working really hard. Problems with attention, problems with behavior, problems with sleep, problems with social interaction, all the things that our brain is supposed to learn between 0 to 5 years of age, we're not learning, because instead of interacting with another person, environmental cues, we're looking at screens and blankly staring at them for hours a day.
I'm in the zone where we are finding this is getting harder. Because I have a toddler and an attention span of a toddler. Content versus the screen time itself, I think, is like a decision I think about a lot.
Yeah.
Are you running around with my phone freely, or are we watching Sesame Street?
Right.
Talk about content versus just true screen time.
Yeah, so you have to set limits on the time, but as you said, the content is so important. So under the age of 2, no screen time at all, except if you're FaceTiming family, that's allowed, that's okay, according to every International Pediatric Society guideline. Between 2 and 5, less than an hour with high quality content, and high quality, slow paced content. So what you don't want, what I'm thinking of, is the Saturday morning cartoons, because those are fast paced and they're watching and interacting with it alone. What you want is a slow paced educational content like Storybots, which is a cartoon on Netflix about science, or as you said, even potentially Sesame Street, although that's a little bit more passive. It doesn't ask as many questions. Or my nephew used to watch something called Number Block. So something educational, something slow paced for less than an hour a day, and you really want to be interacting with your kids when they're consuming that content. So what I see happen on planes, you're on a 3-hour flight, they've got an iPad and they're watching Disney movies for an hour, or 2 hours or 3 hours, not okay.
There are times, though, in desperation.
Let me tell you.
When you're looking around the plane, you're like,
You're
okay.
fighting for your life.
I gotta do what I gotta do. So special circumstances. Otherwise, though, and I've heard a lot of parents in the newsroom talking about this, and I remember doing that. If you do watch certain things with them, that's kind of cool. It's a shared experience.
Very much so. And so you watch something with them, and then even better is if you interact with the content of what you're watching with them, because then they're starting to use their analytical skills to try to actually analyze the content. So passive watching versus active watching. So you could watch a movie together and talk about the movie. That's kind of the first layer. But the next would be you play a game with them on the screen where they're problem solving, they're doing analytics, and you're helping them and you're interacting with them. And so it does require the adults, obviously, to put in a little bit more effort rather than just handing them the tablet and going on their way. But if you're on a plane in a desperate situation, you hand them a game on the plane. Like my niece plays this little game where she dresses up the doll on the screen. And so she picks out her shoes and picks out her hair and then colors in, her clothes. And so it's some level of interaction. It's developing motor skills. It's developing some sensory skills. The other thing that I'm going to say that you guys aren't going to want to hear, parents have to limit their own screen time. And they can't see you watching screens. And so if you want to do it in your bedroom after they go to sleep, that's fine. But if you've got the TV on in the background, the noise going, or you're sitting down and watching a screen, they do a lot of modeling behaviors. They're going to want to do that more.
Yeah, it's the rest of your life, man. You get on the phone in the car and they go, well, you talk on the phone in the car. Why can't I when I'm 15 and I got my permit? It's like everything.
Right.
Yeah.
So
most of them say limit an hour before bedtime. So if you are going to let them do that high quality hour, not before bedtime, because that'll stimulate the retinas,
too much,
mess it up. Never have a screen at mealtime. And that's you too. So no phones, no tablets, no TVs. You're sitting down as a family together.
It does sound like a nicer way to go through the day,
Isn't that
doesn't
nice?
it?
Yeah.
That's how we had our childhoods.
Our childhoods.
But maybe in a few 100,000 years we'll evolve to develop on screens. But I think for now, our brains are wired to be hunter-gatherers and not be on screens. So
Thank you, Dr. Kohli.